And welcome to Benchmonster TV.
I'm Ashley Lynn Condre.
And I am the Benchmonster.
Thank you for joining us this week. Always appreciate having you guys here.
I want to thank Jimmy Kolb right off the bat. He sent me these t-shirts. It says, what's it say on the back? Let me turn around here. What do you got?
I think it says bench only. Bench only.
Bench only. Yep, that's me. And we got Never Enough over here. And KSP logo on the front. And I want to thank Jimmy Kolb. And Jimmy Kolb for giving me a shout out on Instagram today. That was really kind of him. That made my year.
Did he? What did he say?
Yeah. Well, you have to go listen to it. Okay. Yeah, I was impressed. Thanks.
Is it like a video?
He just says I'm a great bencher, and you have to go watch it for yourself. Okay. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that, man. You're a brother, you're a friend, and God, you're practically family now. So it's and what else? Oh, we did a meet.
Yes, we did.
As we all know, we went to Troutdale last Saturday, and myself and a few of my teammates, we did an exhibition with the band shirts. And it didn't go too well for me, but that's the way it goes. What do you do? I have some video. We'll go over it here at the end of the videos that we have scheduled here. It's nothing too exciting, but I'm not afraid to post my lifts, and talk about them. Ashley did good. I think you got outstanding lifter.
I did. I won a couple $100.
She won some money.
Trophy and some wrist wraps, t-shirt.
Wrist straps and a t-shirt.
And a couple $100.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice when you win a little cash.
I get so excited when I win money at this thing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, you make money doing what you love. It's so cool.
Yeah, and you did quite well. So I have a few of Ashley's videos here, and then I have some social media lifters. I have Ryan Hines' lifts at the meet. What else do we got? And we got a max effort workout we did on Tuesday, which was
Tuesday.
We did the meet on Saturday. We tried to come in Tuesday and do a max effort workout, which I don't know what we were thinking. You know, my mindset is come back in and put the shirt back on and then get right back to work. But the body said differently, and so did the front delts, because as I'll explain my fiasco at the meet and what my mindset was going into it, and what I thought would work and what I thought I would try based on prior experiences in the gym leading up to this meet, didn't fare too well. I am not one to come out and point fingers at a shirt or blame other people. I have only to blame myself for my poor performance. But I'll tell you what, you know, there's other contributing factors, and I'm going to correct those and put the domino in place, and then the rest, they will fall, and I will be back where I need to be, and that's on top of the world. We're going to start out with Ashley. You have some videos here. I have squats. I don't know what order they're in. I know you got two squats.
There shouldn't be two squats.
Well, when we watch the same one, one's from the side, one's from the front.
Yeah. Nope, that's right.
So, I don't know. We'll play this one first. Talk us through it. And let me give a background here so they don't have to see us. What are we looking at?
This is, I believe, 363 pounds. So I had opened with 340 and then went to 363.
Okay. Look good to me.
And that was a competition PR.
Okay. Now this next one here is from the front. We'll play that, and
I think it's the same weight, but I'm not sure because you can't see that.
Okay. Well, that's a better angle.
But it's, I liked.
I'm calling depth. I'm saying back, because I know a little bit about squat.
Is the sound on?
No.
Okay, so they can't hear. But like if you watch the video that I've posted on Instagram, you can hear Ryan yelling, back, up.
And I was doing
that. I love when I hear your voice say up. I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was doing that in between my warm-ups.
I know. Yeah,
hey,
he was.
I see Ashley bench. I know a little bit about the bench. What did you do here?
So for me, this was pretty good. So this is my 181 bench.
181 bench.
Which isn't anything outstanding, and it's not like my all-time PR.
Okay.
But I call it a post-surgery PR.
You want to play it?
Pre-surgery PR was 190, and then this is the most I've been able to hit in competition since my surgery.
Well, let's check it out. Yeah. Let's see what we got.
I might have been able to do more. We were deciding whether to jump to here or to 187.
181. I like the fact that you push it in a straight line.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a pretty decent bench. Pretty straight line.
This was a fun meet.
This was a
Also,
really fun meet. I really enjoyed it.
look at that straight line. I was
Yeah, I mean,
impressed.
that's one of my better ones. And so I'd love to know if I would have been able to get 187.
I believe so. Based on that, I mean,
I debated it, but I knew I could get 181, and 181 was the goal,
okay.
the minimum that I wanted. So
Deadlift. You're doing a deadlift here. What are we pulling?
There's a few. I posted a few because this is my opener.
Opener. Okay, that's what I got.
This is pretty easy. So here, my warm up. I didn't time my warm up out very good, and I always warm up off of a deficit. That's what I do in training. That's what I do at meets. I actually had there were a couple girls in the back that saw what I was doing. They're like, "That's a good idea," and like I had 2 or 3 of them trying it in the back.
Right.
But anyways, so I usually like deadlift off a deficit to a certain point, and then I take the deficit out and do my last couple warm ups right up to my opener, and then I go do my opener.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mistimed it by just a little bit, and when I went to, I warmed up to 380 off of a deficit, and then I was gonna go 390, 400 off of the floor.
Right.
And I went to go do my 390, and somebody was like, "What are you don't have time to go do that. You're in the hole. Like, you need to go get out there."
Well,
and
that
get
happens
ready." So I
sometimes.
was like, "Oh shit!" So I had 380 off of a deficit was the last pull that I did. Then I went out and opened with 402 off of the floor. So I was a little, I mean, off of a deficit, like from deficit to the floor, it is a lot easier. It's just made me a little uncomfortable, like not warming up a deadlift off the floor.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a blessing in disguise.
But it worked.
Though.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. My deadlift opener felt like easy as pie, and so move on to my second attempt here.
All I have is that
Oh, what?
deadlift. Yeah, that's all I got.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
The other 2 didn't send.
They were all the same.
No, they weren't.
That's what I got. I'm sorry, man. That's what happens when you get last minute stuff here with the show. We come down here and I do the best I can.
There should be 2 other videos. So
we'll have those next week.
My second attempt was very hitchy.
Oh, I had that.
I locked it out.
There was one that you didn't get, so I didn't post it.
Well, no, I stood up with both of them, but neither one of them counted.
Okay, that's why I didn't put them on here. I thought you wanted lifts you made.
Well, I wanted to show that I locked it out.
I'm sorry.
Because I locked it out. I didn't miss it. I
My
locked
bad.
both of them out. The first one, when I wanted to show that like I was able to improve the second one, I just couldn't quite get it to white light status. But anyways, so the lifts that are supposed to be on here was my second attempt was 418, and it was pretty hitchy, but I locked it out. I was even able to hold it a little longer after she said down, got the down command and everything. So then I had to try it again because I knew, why go up when you can't? You know?
Right.
So I tried the same weight again, and had people yelling my cues and like really tried to focus hard on some of my more important cues, and got it way closer. It was way smoother. I thought for a second, like I looked at the lights because I thought I might have got it.
Right.
It was definitely smoother, definitely closer, but not quite.
Perfect.
Not quite past. So I only got my opener, which is a bummer, of 402.
Okay.
So that's a bummer, but I was very, very pleased with squat and bench. So
yeah, 181.
most of the time it's deadlift time. Thank you. Yeah,
I like
felt
the
good,
bench.
and it was like one of my more solid third bench attempts. Usually on my third attempt we start getting my little.
No,
my
you had good form. You were spreading the bar.
It was solid.
Pushing in a straight line.
No, it went really
Well,
good.
hey.
I had fun. And I hit the goals for bench and squat that I wanted, so I was pleased.
Yeah.
Would have liked to get that deadlift at white lights, but
well, next time.
Can't always hit PRs on all 3, so 2
yeah,
for
you
3.
Can.
2 for 3.
You can hit PRs on all 3.
I did.
Okay.
I did it. Not me.
No, you'll get it together. Ryan Hines competed at the meet, and we were going to remember this is exhibition. We're not going out there to do things that we normally wouldn't do in the gym, and we want to stay safe. We want to come back in one piece because we have possibly the Kennelly Classic coming up October 30th here in town, and there's talks about Mendelson coming up and running the show, IPA, because they allow band shirts. There's talk about some big chunks of money, you know, but so we're trying to put it all together. So we want to come back in one piece and get ready for that, if that's what's going to happen. Heinz, we had him in a Pharrell, I think it was a Pharrell, it was like a half shirt. It was a kind of a shirt without a bottom. And it just happened to be one that he could do mid-range lifts with of 550 and 585. So let's take a look at his 550. And I'm handing off. And yeah, just keep it safe. You know, we had our whole crew there, Larry, Forrest, everybody came down to support. And that's a team. That's the Benchmonster crew, you know, and it's good to have people like that. And this was impressive here. I mean, any lift you get under the bar and bring down and put up is impressive. So I'm three-man handoff there. Good control on the descent. Little slow, but he's controlling it. And he gets press command and it flies right up. That's how it should look. That's beautiful. That was 550. We took a jump to 585 next, and we were moving the flight pretty quick because there was 3 people in our flight. So we were cooking, and
it was so fast.
It was fast, you know. But we have a lot of GPP and conditioning, so. But the element, it was really warm in the gym too, so there was, you know, contributing factors of slight fatigue. But you know, we're warriors and we go out there and we do it. Heinz is 585 here. We torqued his sleeves down a little bit in this 2-ply shirt here, and there's a little bobble at the top, but you know what? You know, it's an exhibition. We're having fun, and that's what it's all about. Based on his 550, you know, this kind of should have been the same looking lift, taking a 30-pound jump. Good control, using the shirt. Uses the shirt better than I do. And at the top, just a little bit of a little tweaker there, but didn't matter. He then Heinz pulled the Mendelssohn after that and jumped to 800.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I told him not to. I said, dude,
did you tell him not to?
I said, let's come down here as a plan. Just go just do this 550, 585, and then maybe one more. You don't have to take a third. Just do a couple lifts. So he comes out. I don't have that video. He took out the 800. Actually, I handed it off, and I did.
I have that video.
Yeah, well, I don't want to see that.
I don't think
Heinz wants it posted.
Okay.
Anyway, I handed it off. He took it high. He brought it down. He was trying to angle it down. His wrist started coming back a little bit. Made it to his chest. Got the press command. Came up about a foot, and then it came towards his neck. So we had to catch it. But you know what? He's got balls to get under that and take that kind of jump to 800. So, and he'll be back another day and to fight another battle. We will get to my lifts of the meet later. I want to get into some social media lifters. Maybe we should take time to post the Dark Side Ironwear promo code. You know, you got to take advantage of things in life. And Benchmonster 10 will just do that for you. If you get on Dark Side, order yourself some cuffs, a bench band. Got a ton of products over there. Hey, 10% off is 10% off. And take advantage of this offer anytime you're out buying gear on darksidegear.com. You know, and I don't know what he's got on there. Ashley, have you been to the website lately?
No.
I don't know what he's got a Viper 1, Viper 2. I don't know what's on there, you know, but go over there and order some stuff, man. Give John Ellick some business, you know. He makes a great product, and he's been very kind to me, and I have a lot of shirts from Dark Side Ironwear.
A lot of good things about him.
Yeah, and one thing good about having all this extra equipment is I can let my other guys get into this equipment and get them involved in band shirts, because that's where the sport's going, and I want to see it go in that direction, and I don't want it to stop, and that's my thought. I posted this. Everybody knows who this guy is. He's got I think he's an Iranian powerlifter guy, bench press guy. He's got a raw bench press. I tried to track his name down. I knew it like 3 weeks ago, but he's doing a 742 raw bench, and I think him and Julius need to go head to head. Would be kind of cool. But this,
how much does he weigh, did you say?
Oh, he looks every bit of 350 plus. He's a big man, but he's doing like 742 here, and he does it like speed bench. I don't know where he's at, man, but he's thick as a brick out shit house, and yeah, he's got it. you know, and I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if he's competed. I don't know if he holds a record. I don't know what's going on with the guy, but he has got talent, and he needs to come out and showcase that. So, so like I said, 742, beautiful contest bench right there. I mean, he's got a lot more in him. So I had to scope in on the weights here. I'm like, are those real weights? I'm not questioning him. I was like, Jesus, that looked like 135. What's it like to be that strong? You know, that's amazing. I don't know who he is. I'm sure you guys know who he is. But yeah, he's a fucking force to be reckoned with.
That's nuts, man.
We haven't posted this guy on the show too many times. Sir Ed Cohn.
I don't know why we haven't.
And,
I would love to get him as a guest.
A little 10-19
really
squat.
we could.
Dallas, Texas,
Are you ignoring
96
what
or
I
7.
said?
Walks it out of the rack, which is cool. We will get him on the show one day. I promise you that. This man's my idol. This is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. No one else is, ever will be.
He paved the way for powerlifters.
He is a
today,
fucking,
for real.
that's a power lifter right there.
He's a powerlifter.
That's the real,
Yep.
when you think of powerlifting, that's one of the names. You know, and you can go back, you know, years ago when in the 60s and 70s, you know, but my era growing up, it was, you know, Ed Cohn. You know, I know who Ed Cohn was. I met the man. Awesome dude, man.
I really want to meet him.
Have you met him? You haven't met him yet, have you?
I haven't gotten to meet him yet.
Yeah, we hung out in the Benchmaster Cash
love
in
to.
Detroit in 05
I wanna
or
meet him.
Cincinnati, somewhere over there.
I really want to meet
Yeah,
him.
Ed Cohn's the man.
He's on my top 5 people I need to meet for sure.
And every time at the end of West Side versus the World, I cry when he tells the Louis Simmons story. That is touching.
So
That yeah, every time.
or not sad, like it's a
Well,
nice
it's just-
thing,
it's a
but
happy.
It's a touching emotional
Yeah.
moment.
It pulls on my heartstrings. Forrest Jenkins is on our team.
Ooh, yeah.
And,
You got a video of Forrest
He was
here?
deadlifting last night, and I was like, dude, let me post it. I mean, it's a phenomenal lift. Let's take advantage of.
What did he do?
And he's got some pretty goddamn good form for a deadlifter.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know anything about deadlifting, but he keeps the bar close to him. I mean, when I deadlift, the bar's 2 inches in front of my shins, and I pull it straight-legged like caveman. Forrest is just going to do 666 here, and he's on his way to 700. You
How
know,
much was this?
666, the devil's phone number. Nods his head too. That's what you got to do. Yeah, good job, Forrest. I mean,
Very nice.
he literally
Oh, good.
and he's
Solid.
hardcore.
He will have 700.
We'll do a
soon.
full-blown bench workout, and then as we're leaving, he goes over and starts another workout routine
Yep.
of biceps or something. He wants it. He's
Or after
hungry.
you guys do back, he comes over and does a whole deadlift.
Whole
workout
deadlift
after you
routine on
guys-
Saturday. Yeah, he's just got the fire intensity. He's positive. I mean,
He's a super positive guy.
Positive,
yeah.
yeah.
He's just got a very positive.
just hanging around him, you can just suck in the
Yeah.
happiness, energy that he has, and
very-
he's one of those guys that you can hear yelling, like, you know, when we're
yeah, he
lifting.
just brings a really good
Yeah,
positive
good
energy,
vibe,
for
yeah.
sure.
One Rep Max sent me a video. He doesn't get this lift, but you know what? I want to post it anyway because it's a competition lift, and Mendelssohn's the head judge, and it's
Oh,
a
really?
419 bench, and I think one of the reasons this lift didn't happen was the inability to touch. There was a lot of time wasted at the bottom, and you know I'm not very good at holding at the bottom when things don't touch, and then I like to get the bar down, get the bar up. Some people can stall down there and come out of the hole. And that's just one thing I noticed here. And it took a while to get down, but he's got great form and technique. Let's check him out here. One Rep Max is one of our Benchmonster
is
TV family
418?
members. 419
Well, I think it would have to be 418.
or 18, whatever it is in kilos.
Well, 1 Rep Max, I like how you are benching what I was deadlifting on Saturday. That's
Good setup.
odd.
And you know Mendelssohn coaches him a little bit, so he's
That's
in the right hands.
Oh, Mendelssohn coaches.
I
you
think
really?
so. I think so. Yeah, using that looks like a denim shirt, I believe, and he's using it correctly. The elbows are beautiful. Just takes a while to get there to touch, and right there, you know, it's just, sometimes you get stuck, man. That's all right. That's awesome. 1 rep. Well, we're into my max effort workout. This is not one that's too exciting, but You know, we are, after the meet on Saturday, we just said, you know, are we coming in Tuesday or are we taking the week off? I said, we're coming in Tuesday. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to go by feel. We should have deloaded, of course, but I was just like, no, I want to put on a shirt and keep it under 800 or something. You know, that was my plan. Found out my front delts and shoulders are extremely fatigued, and I'll explain as I show my attempts at the meet next. And yeah, don't pick your scab while we're on TV, please. And so let's move into max effort. This was Tuesday night, you know. Don't bleed. I didn't know how I was going to feel. I just know that I want to get right back and train, and I don't want to take no week off. So we got the awesome Texas bench bar. I don't know if many people know how to access and get that from Texas Power Bar. It's one of the best bars out there, and I have it. It's worth every penny. I don't have a link or URL to provide to you to get that from Texas Power Bar, but it is the best bench bar I've ever used in my life. Then again, everything from Texas Power Bar is awesome. Okay, that is like $325. And I had to video this because I wanted it felt like heavy as shit. Technically, we would only go to this weight right here and do some reps and maybe some push downs. This is like 72 hours after a meet, you know, and we were pretty exhausted. And what's this, Ashley?
What's what?
What's what? Yeah, why don't you pay attention?
I'm back.
That's like 375. So I'm just like, that kind of feels like 450 to me. Everything felt heavy, but you know what? Dan Logman's there. He competed with us, and yeah, we were all going, man. Dan had a little bit more piss and vinegar than we did. Dan actually shirts up, I believe, in his 3-ply and goes to it. Forrest right there. Forrest didn't compete at the meet, but he was there supporting and doing the 3-man handoff for us. Appreciate that. So Forrest is going to crack out a little weight. Forrest, 410-pound raw bencher. We're going to keep those numbers moving up. What's this, Ashley? 425, I think.
See, the 3 reds are 375
and 50. Yeah, 425.
Yeah,
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The bar's 55, so that's what throws me.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I knew I was a little zapped a little bit, but here's Dan in a 2-ply, I believe, with 550. And he's going to go full range today in all his lifts, I believe. I really watch Dan on how he brings the bar down because he's wearing the same shirt that I'm kind of wearing. You know, he's got a 3-ply, and I'm watching where he brings the bar. I'm trying to learn. This is a Pharrell that I pulled out of the truck that's got a wider chest panel, and it's between 7 and 850 shirt, I believe. This is 605, and I was just like, you know, I want to be in a shirt, and that was my goal here. So I got a wider chest panel, so I was just like, let's practice right there. I'm just like, well, that's not going to touch. Forrest here is putting on Ryan Hines' half shirt. This is what Ryan Hines used in the meet. It's a bench shirt, just doesn't have a body or a back to it, so works phenomenally though. 605 Forrest here, or 605, I believe. Easy weight. 715 for me here. I'm trying to touch. I was just like, you know, I want to bring the bar down and get the bar to my chest. So let's try it out. I think this is the one where I come out and I almost dump it on my forehead. Watch this. This is just due to just body fatigue right here. I take it out. I'm not tight. You know, and watch it. It tips back up, tips backwards, and they got to reset it. And I knew right there, I was just like, my upper body is like a little beat up. And I almost rolled it right there too, so I'm all effed up. But you know what? I come back and try it again. Forrest with 715. I think he's got the half shirt on again. This was a little grinder, but you know, he presses right up and he keep going. Good. Good lift, Forrest. Okay, now I'm coming back to actually pinch my shoulder blades and actually stay tight, engage my lats, because I did not do that on the last lift. because that's how I lifted at the meet. I have no lat engagement. I used front delts and sleeves, as we'll see. And I'll tell you my thinking behind that. So this here, I decided I was going to squeeze a little harder and utilize correct form. So I'm pushing the elbows out like you're supposed to. And I'm almost 1 inch. That's 715. Probably went to 800. You know, I'm laughing because I know it'll touch. Then I just wanted to work on something light and tight here. Nothing crazy. Wanted to get a little blood in the pectorals. So we did these kind of pressing crossover unit things here. And kind of working on the physique because we're going to a water theme park in August 7th, and I want to look good. So don't tell nobody. But I'm kind of like cutting carbs and trying to get pretty. And so we're going to be doing a little bit of bodybuilding stuff for a month. Don't tell anybody. Nobody knows. Only you guys. Yeah, trying to trim down a little bit. You know, 3 weeks out from a meet, 4 weeks out, comfort foods, McDonald's, all the fun stuff, ice cream, Oreos. You know, that's kind of the norm for me. You know, but after a meet, man, I get out of the shower and I'm like, holy crap, I got work to do. When I look in the mirror, everybody kind of just followed along. You know, this is kind of a kickback workout. There's not really much that can be gained when you've just competed over the weekend and exerted yourself. Probably should have done a lot lighter weight and reps on everything, but you know, we got speed day coming up on Friday, and we're going to be doing a little bit more volume on that day. We're going to be doing the West Side 6-6, 8-8, 10-10 method, higher volume, wider grips, and so that's what we're going to be doing then. So today was just like kind of a fun day. But I just wanted to get in there and do something. Thus, that's what you see. Are you in here this day, Ashley, on Tuesday?
No, I'm working on this time. I come in earlier in the day.
Oh, you come in earlier. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's really not much to this workout. I decided we were going to do winning extensions. And Matt Winning did these on Instagram one time where they roll back on an incline and he twists them at the top. So we did a little bit of volume here. I think we did 6 sets of 8 or something. I was just light, you know, get some blood in there. Because I need to mentally reset from the meet. You know, when you have a bad meet and you don't want to bring that back and you want to kind of just erase it, forget it, start over. There's really no drawing board to go back over to. It's just a matter of tweaking things and correcting them and a little bit of trial and error. So, you know, what do? You deal with it and move forward. So these were fun. I like the little twist at the top. Uh-oh. Yeah, slow workout there. We had some push downs, and that was that for the day. Let's move into my attempts at the meet. Rob Farrell, oh, he sent me a shirt too. Grab that shirt right behind me. Got a new shirt in after this meet, and it's kind of an interesting shirt from what I was wearing. It's can't call it the Deadpool anymore because it's not black and red. This one here has no collar on it like the Deadpool, and the this area here within the chest actually stretches a lot more than the other one. So we'll have tremendous success on this one. I got a whole game plan planned for the next time around, but contest wise. But we have to. I think that, you know, you got to touch in a meet in these shirts. You know, you can do board presses and all that. I'm fine with that, but I just don't want any I want to bench, you know, to the high part of my stomach, you know. And when I was warming up, Rob Farrell mentioned that I should bring in my grip finger length or two and pull the sleeves up a little higher. When I first did it in warm-ups, I was at 900 and I was going to one board because I was going to open with 900. My plan at this meet was just to open with 9, go 1,000. I wasn't going to pull any confoolery and try to like set a world record. And what are you looking at? Look at your face on screen. You look like a douchebag. It's not even chat box time.
Just keep reading, please.
Okay. So I decided like 900 would be like a good opener. And like I said, I pulled the sleeve up, brought the grip in. The neckline followed when I pulled everything up. And I rolled it on a one board pretty bad. Left shoulder took a serious dump. Didn't get hurt. Then I was like, well, maybe pull the sleeve up, bring the grip in, and lower the neckline. And that's what I did in this video here. But what I found was I was benching like I was benching raw, and I was bringing it in the valley of the sternum there, and I want to hit the high part of the abdomen. So, but this was 895 in the warm-up room, and it looked really good. I just don't want to bench where this bar is going, so we'll check that out. So it's just a one board, but I'm not really hitting the high part of my abdomen. I'm going into that valley there. So let's check that out again. That looked pretty good. I don't know if I should have stayed with that and tried to bench there, because it was definitely, that's how it's supposed to look in those shirts there. So go on the platform, and then I'm trying to keep the elbows out and hit the high part of the stomach. I have Calvin Klein underwear sticking out of my singlet. Bear with me on that. The U.S. pansy asses probably wouldn't like that because they don't like spandex underwear, but this is an APF meet, so it's all right. 903, let's take a look at that. I knew I was going to have problems touching. So I decided to use the sleeve and front delt, no lat engagement, and that's what I'm lowering with. So I couldn't stay down very long by utilizing lowering the bar, which is a complete no-no. I threw everything out the window because I knew I had to touch, and I knew 2 and 3 weeks prior in training with 8 and 900, when I kept the lats engaged and lowered with the lats and stayed tight, it really didn't touch. So my theory is to just use front delts and sleeves. Don't engage the lats. I pinched my shoulders together, but basically just used my front delts and my sleeves to lower the bar, and I still had a hell of a problem. And let's take a look at 959 on the second attempt here. Same concept. I'm just using the sleeves and the front delts. Elbows are out. Looks like it's a good path. And but I can't stay down there very long with that type of weight when you lower it like that. So, you got a phone call you need to take?
Oh, sorry. There are people that are annoyed by one of the comments that was made, so they're just letting me know that.
Who?
So it has to do with the show. Just keep going. Just don't worry about me.
Okay. 1003, I decided to do the same concept. When I got up, Cody Plum had videoed these. These are Cody Plum's videos that he was taking on the platform. I noticed the 959 was pretty close to touching, so I figure 1003, if I do the same thing, use the delts and sleeves, it should come down and touch. Let's take a look at 1003. I thought for sure I was going to get some touch here, but it's kind of the same problem. I don't know if the sleeve should have been up higher or yada, 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 but it felt really heavy lowering it with just delts and sleeves. That's why it's out of control. There's no control there. And then your day is done. But I knew when I went to bed the night before that I was going to have an issue. So my theory was, don't engage the lats, just use sleeves and delts, and I thought it would touch. And it did not. So, c'est la vie. I don't know if what I need to do with that particular shirt. If I need to change my groove. I don't want to change my groove. I don't want to bring the bar in my raw line. Seems to be a nice fit down there in the sternum part here. But I'm 6'3" or whatever, and I got a long bench stroke, and I don't want to. That's just extra inches that I got to bring the bar down and bring the bar up. I'm going to cut my bench stroke the best I can, and that's the high part of my abdomen. And Bruce Mason, I've seen other lifters. You can touch down there; it works. So I'm not a firm believer that I need to switch to a raw style to get that weight to touch. I just need to adjust some things, I believe, and keep practicing. That's all I can do. It wasn't fun missing my lifts, but, shit happens. What do? You chalk it up, and, I was going to come home and put the shirts away for 2 weeks and kind of reset my mind. But, I made a post, kind of beating myself up. I saw Louis Simmons' meme on Instagram and decided just to post that because I'm sure people wanted to know how I did. So I tried to make light of it and, kick myself in my own ass. People come to watch you from far and wide. And, I like to give them a lift, to appease them. But sometimes it doesn't work. In training, it wasn't working. And my worst fear was that it wouldn't work on the platform. And, what do you do? So that is kind of all I have to offer. Ashley, you seem to be over here in these chat box questions pretty well.
There's been some.
What's the problem?
We'll get to it.
Give me some problems. I want to hear is there some troublemakers?
I've just gotten some comments from somebody that weren't happy with one of the comments because it was kind of snotty, but we'll get there.
What, my comments are snotty?
No, not yours.
Oh, you make it sound.
There's a snotty comment in the chat.
Oh, well, we'll have to get to that, and we'll break it down. And I just wanted to tell my story, and I'm not one to come out and say, oh, it's the shirt, the effing shirt, the shirt, you got effing shirt. No, there's no excuses. It's my fault, and the shirt is a tool, and maybe I'm not using it correctly. Maybe there's, I called Tiny Meeker up, and he talked to me a while. Shauna Mendelson was a great help. I sent her my videos, and, I'm getting a lot of help from people. Shauna, Scott Mendelson, and, no, Scott didn't help me yet, but Shauna, I'm sorry. So, I've definitely got some feedback from people, and I appreciate that, because, it's one little thing, and once I correct it, I'm strong and I know I can move big weight. It's just, you got to put the 2 and 2 together. And once I do, it's, there should be, the Benchmonster should be back and with some lifts. I know I said it a long time ago. I didn't want to step on the platform until I had 1,000-pound bench that I could showcase. And I had 1,000-pound bench, man. I just, but when I'm trying to do things, which I don't even know why I decided to do things that are dangerous for one. I mean, not engaging your lats and just lowering the bar with front delts and the sleeves. I just kind of just relaxed in the sleeves and I told people after the meet, by doing it like that, on the descent, it wasn't so bad. But when you use those muscles to lower the bar, you use your front delts to control the bar down. And when you try to press it, it is really hard because you fatigue the front delts on the way down by utilizing them when you're supposed to relax them somewhat and use the lats. So I said it like this, 903 felt like 1,003, 959 felt like 1059, and 1,000 felt like 11 when I pressed it. It didn't feel light, and that was kind of a mind F after that because it was like 900 felt heavy, but I was doing it wrong. But I tried something I thought would work, and I failed. What do you got going on, Miss Ashley? Tell me about the drama.
Ready for the next one?
Ready for what?
Or ready for start?
Yeah, so I have some questions. I can't see them because I don't have my glasses.
All right.
I'm old and blind.
Yochev. Hope all is well. Love the new shirts. They should have blood from a monster written on the back with an image of Ryan's bleeding face on it. Just an idea.
We tried to do that, Petco. We tried to put a black and white picture, and then we tried to use Photoshop and make the blood red or actually they tried to use it and switch the contrast of that picture with the bloody face pic and you're on the same page as I am, but yeah, we're looking for the team Benchmonster shirts are what I'm going to be working on next. We have the Benchmonster crew ones, and those are cool, but Team Benchmonster is the ones I'm coming up with. And like I said, you guys have given me some really cool ideas in the last show in the comment section of what slogans or things should be said on the back. So, and I got a few ideas of my own, but I want to make it cool, and I want people to have them, and I want to get them at a price that I can resell them and not have to go broke. Because a lot of these t-shirt companies, you make 5 shirts and they want $35 a shirt. I don't want to pay that, but I want quality too. I want you to be able to wash these shirts and have them come out time and time again without stuff peeling off and all that. So, all right, Ashley, next question.
CJ Morgani. Hey everyone, hope it's been a great week for everyone so far. Hey CJ, hope your week is going good. Ours has been pretty well also. Yeah. Always good to have you here.
I thought about going into bodybuilding for a half second.
Is that what you're going to do?
Nope, not going to do it because there's no thrill. There's no, I'm a thrill junkie, and it's not different. There's no thrill. I mean, when you get under a bar with 1,000 or 1,100 pounds, it's a thrill. getting on stage in a marble bag and showing your striated glutes to a bunch of weirdos is not a thrill. Sorry, bodybuilding. It just doesn't do it for me. There's nothing exciting about it.
Yeah, it's never really.
Yeah, it doesn't tickle me with a feather.
I mean, it's cool. I respect the people that
it's hard
do
work.
it, and I think it's, very impressive and really, it's cool. I just don't. It's not for me.
Yeah, this doesn't. There's
it's cool. I mean, it would probably be pretty cool to be up there on stage.
Well,
posing
there's no hint of danger. There's no death-defying lifting and.
No, not when you're no.
Yeah. Okay.
That's true.
Forget I said it.
That's true. I think you should do one show one of these days.
Well,
just say you've done it. Just to get the.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it.
I mean,
it's not in me.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Let's see here. 1 Rep Max. Hey guys, how was the meet? Hope all is well. How did the back hold up, Miss Condre? How's your back, Mr. Kennelly? The meet was really good. We had a really good time. My back held up okay. It was pretty beat up, and it's pretty beat up now, but luckily it held up enough okay for me. I was able to hit a squat PR and a post-surgery bench PR. And then deadlift, I couldn't get white lights. I got my 418 locked out twice, but I could not get it smooth enough to get it past. It was the first time I tried it, it was super hitchy. The second try, I really tried hard and it was a lot smoother, but it still wasn't quite smooth enough. So, but my back held up. I was at least able to, survive the day. It's pretty sore right now, though. I'm taking it super easy this week and might have to next week too. We'll see.
My back, at the meet, usually when I go to a meet, I do the full Kennelly arch to where I put my back in the worst possible position and I'm in pain for 3 days after the meet. At this meet, I basically didn't do that. I just didn't want to be in pain for 3 days. So I just did the mediocre arch, and, my mindset was more on, the touching, getting the bar to touch, all that. But I didn't have any back pain after the meet too bad. So it hurt the same as it did on Friday than it did on Sunday after the meet. So I didn't destroy my discs any more than they already are. So I'm happy with that. So.
Ready for the next
one?
Mary Askew. Hi, Mary. It was awesome seeing you both in action. Ashley, of course, wins it all and is awesome. Ryan, you always go big and amaze the crowd. Thank you, Mary. It's always so good to see you. I really enjoy being around you, and your meets are always so fun. And it's really cool to get to hang out with you. It was cool to get to go to dinner twice.
Yeah.
That was really neat. I'm glad we got to do that this time.
Hey, when she has a meet again and I come back and APF allows band shirts, which will probably be 3 years from now, I will be back and I will be in the APF and I'll bring I should be good by the band shirt by then, huh? One time. I'm going to get it figured out. I'm no quitter.
Let's see here.
It's not that hard. I've touched a shirt, 26 years of my life, so. Yeah.
You'll figure it out. Let's see here. Glenn Yucklin. Way to go, Ashley. Congrats. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate it. I was very excited with the day.
Yeah, you did good.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better, other than getting my deadlift, I really couldn't have asked for a better day. I was very, very pleased. CJ Morgani. Ashley has one of the best bench setups I've ever seen, and obviously good form as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very, very nice of you to say. I really appreciate it. 1 Rep Mex. Dude, those lifts look smooth as AF, Miss Condre. Good job. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're still in the show tonight.
It was a good day.
I'm a has-been.
Hey, man, I did 3 lifts. You only did 1.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do any.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
It was still, people were still impressed. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Fucking, you didn't even get your lifts, and people were still ogling and impressed.
Well,
I mean, that's
it's
when you've hit a legit status
yeah.
of badassery. When you don't even you bomb and people are like amazed and want
well, I didn't touch. I didn't bomb. If I touched and missed a lift, I would consider
Well,
that a bomb. I haven't bombed.
That's what I mean. But that's what I mean. You weren't able to and people
Yeah.
were still amazed.
That's
That's what
true.
I'm saying.
Well, to see a human being handle a 950, and 1003 is kind of
Yeah,
cool. You
people
don't see
were-
that every day.
People were impressed. People thought it was cool. Like they were.
God, I can do better though.
They were very pleased with what they showed
Right.
up and saw. That's all I know. Is you put on a good show, Screw. Where am I at? Kennelly. 1 Rep Mex. Kennelly Classic in October. Fuck it. Keep us posted. I'm coming up there.
That'd be cool.
That would be really cool. Yeah, we're hoping. We'll keep you posted on, as we find out more and stuff. But yeah, it'd be definitely cool to have you come here for that. Hopefully, a lot of you guys on our in our Benchmonster family can come to that or Kennelly Classic.
Kennelly Classic is what. Yeah, Mary's really wanting to put this together, and she's
Would be so cool.
she's really spinning a lot of wheels and getting some ideas and getting some people involved. And Mendelsohn has expressed interest, which is cool. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but it's just it's kind of fun to throw it around and see if we can't do something. And I still think it'd be cool if Mendelsohn came up and we did a dual seminar or something. We got 2 different benching training philosophies, and that would be cool. I mean, a lot of people could come away, a better bencher in the hour and 3 hours that we would sit up there and talk if we didn't get boxing gloves on before it was all over. What do you got?
Where am I at?
I don't know.
1 Rep Max. Come on, that 800 would have been dope.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't want that posted because he almost ate it.
He said he didn't.
Yeah,
want
well, it came off his chest good, but it came back here and then it started to come to the throat, and we caught it. But he's not afraid to get under 8, 9, or $1,000. He'll take $1,000 down too. He don't care. He blew a blood vessel in his eye about 4 weeks ago, and I said, well, that's the first step. That's the first chapter of this game. So.
Okay. So the next one,
Yeah.
I saw a girl's name.
Yeah.
And they got excited.
Yeah.
I'm always wanting girls to participate.
Carrie
and
Johnson. What did she
jump
say?
on here, and I got excited to see a female's
Yeah.
name, and then it was kind of a snotty comment.
Like what's she saying? What's Carrie saying?
Well, one time we have a female, and they got to give us girls a bad name, being negative and snarky.
What's Carrie saying?
Dude, Ashley has to stop scratching herself every 2 seconds. Plus, put your hair in a ponytail and stop screwing with it. By the way, for God's sakes, sit still.
Well,
Is it really hurting you or anything?
You are moving around
I
a
am
lot.
going to continue to play with my hair.
I'm
I'm not going to put it in a ponytail.
You are moving around
And
a lot,
if you
though.
can't say something positive, don't say anything at all.
Are you scratching? What are you scratching?
We have pretty, usually our fans give positive, I mean, it's pretty positive.
It's general observation.
It's usually very positive on here, and we get a girl on here, and she's got to bring it negative. I'm like, come on, man.
Well,
Females, we got to lift each other up, and, like, why?
I've never seen
why is
Carrie
that
Johnson
worth
on
saying
here.
anything about? Like, really? Like, you just got to throw in some snarkiness and snottiness. If you can't say something positive, you don't have to hop on your keyboard and say anything at all. And you don't have to watch the show if it bothers you. So, anywho, I just thought that was kind of a bummer that the one time that we get a female commenting, she's got to be snotty. And
Are you playing with your hair too?
I mean, I tend to. I kind of do that all the time. It's kind of a nervous habit. I've never in my lifetime had anybody make a comment about it. So that's a first.
Well,
But...
hey, people are going to come on here and say what they want to sometimes, and that's the way it is.
It hasn't been an issue, the whole time we've been doing it, and I'm just really bummed that the one female that comments, that's what
All
we
right.
get.
Well,
So,
next question.
I'm gonna move on from the negative snarkiness and go back into the positive comments. Raw Strength Society. Hey Ryan, do you bench flat foot in your Kruger shirt?
Kruger shirt. Yes, I do. As you see in my any shirt that I bench in. I mean, we can take a look at, like, I mean, you see my feet? They're flat and they're based out. That's how I bench. I don't bench with my toes up. I use a base out style. I prefer to get my feet further back than you see right there. But yeah, flat footed. When I had a good back in the day, I was able to get those feet further back and contort those hips more, but not with the lower back that I have now. It would be too painful. 1 rep.
1 rep max. 740. Good effing Lord.
Yeah, that's what I thought, 1 rep, when I saw that. I've seen him lift. It might have been the same lift I saw like 5 months ago. I don't know. Maybe the same one. I don't know. But strong man. Yeah, whoever he is, like, wow. Those are probably only the two guys, Maddox 782 and this guy 740. I'd like to get them on the same platform. That would be like the ultimate of raw benching right there. All right.
El Truco?
Truco.
How many weeks do you usually run the 6x6, and do you increase the weights each week before going to 8x8?
There's a many different ways you can do it. Since it's a dynamic day, we do this. I like to use between 50 and 65%, and we do it with the short rest periods. And usually, with the 6-6, 1 week we'll do bands 6-6, and we'll use 55%, 57, and 60, somewhere in there. And then the next week we'll use bar speed's the key too. We're not trying to move weight slow, so we want to make sure that we're still moving it fast. That's how I do it, and maybe we're doing it wrong. I don't know, but usually it's when we have a allotted amount of time. We're only doing this for a month because the Kennelly Classic. If we're going to do this on October 30th, we have to start August to start getting ready for that. So this month we're going to do 6-6 1 week, 8-8 1 week, 10-10 1 week, and then probably a 6-6, and then we'll revert back to the 9 or 10 or 12 sets of 3 starting in August. So normally, if we had more time, we would run 6-6 for 2 weeks, 1 week with band, 1 week with chain, and 8-8 and 10-10. I know when I do the 10 sets of 10, I like to use 315 and a chain, or it's usually 315 and a chain. Sometimes no chain, sometimes it's straight weight, so it's like 31,500 pounds of volume. 10 sets of 10 at that weight. So. But this time around, we're doing it 1 week, 6-6, next week 8-8. 10-10s are really hard too. 10-10s tend to really mess with your max effort day 72 hours later. Anytime we do the 10-10, we have a hard time pressing. So what we might do and what we have done is do the 6-6, 8-8 and rotate back to 6-6 and 8-8 again. Stay away from the 10-10 because it tanks us a little bit.
You ready?
Well, are you texting or reading the comments?
Oh, I've been getting comments from people that didn't like her comment.
Well,
that said that
maybe it's not even a her. Maybe it's a guy.
And that my hair looks good, and
I don't know.
Listen to her, and that she's stupid and petty, and
I don't know. Hey, there's all kinds of people out there.
How petty somebody can be to point out the.
Okay, well, you got questions to read here.
That is what I'm responding to. Let's see.
Paul Loeffler.
Where's Paul?
Well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Good, Paul. Glad to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Oh, and by the way, great job, Ashley. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. Good to have you here. Mary Askew. Quit beating yourself up, Ryan. You have been competing for over 20 years. You always push the envelope and are constantly evolving with bench.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, I'm hard on myself, but I expect better, and I don't know.
Mary, it's good to have you here. I miss you, man. This time last week, we were getting ready to come down and see you. Yeah, we gotta do that again sometime.
That's a fun trip.
That was we had a lot of fun. Definitely, we gotta do that again. Let's see here. T. McCain, great meet, Ashley. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the nice words, guys. Howard Weingarten, Ryan, I have had the same problem in that same shirt, but far be it from me to tell you anything, but I learned to touch at the top of my stomach and use lats. Just don't push elbows out as far.
Okay, so like a little bit more of a tuck. Howard, I tried that. If you go back and watch the show 2 or 3 weeks ago on Tuesdays, we did it back to back, and I kept trying to hit that high point. I wasn't adjusting the sleeves. I was keeping the sleeves down, and I didn't realize pulling them up. So woulda, coulda, shoulda, but that's how I bench, Howard, too. Is like kind of the elbows 8 and 4. I really don't want to flare them out any wider than they have to be, and I want to hit the high part of my abdomen so I don't have to push the bars far. So that's good to hear, Howard. Thank you.
T. Pressifer, hey, bench crew. Just finished my shift at the jail. Pepper sprayed a child molester today.
Good job.
Got some high fives in the lunchroom. I bet you did. Good job. Way to take him down. Jeez, that's crazy. Glad to have you here, T. Thank you for joining us. CJ Morgani.
Pepper spray a child molester. That's a good one.
You go, man. CJ Morgani. Hey, so my coach wants me to try competing. Any suggestions on how to handle yourself for a meet? Like timing, warm-ups, etc.? That's the tricky part. It can be
Well, are you
really
doing a
hard to
3 lift
time
or are you just
everything.
doing 1 lift?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So talk about it.
Well, if assuming that you're doing a full power lift, that's not an easy question to answer because it kind of depends. See, I ran into the problem. Normally, it depends the size of the meet you're doing. If you're doing a bigger meet to where there's multiple flights, then you have an A, B, C flight, and you can kind of warm up when the other flights are going. Like this weekend where we only had 1 flight. It was really hard to time the warm-ups because you couldn't warm up while the other group was going. But assuming that you're doing full power and assuming that it's a bigger meet that has multiple flights in it, you're going to want to start warming up. It depends what flight you're in. It's a hard question to answer without knowing some of the details.
Yeah, here's my 2 cents on it. Yeah, you are at a meet and you might be in the 2nd flight of squat. So when they start squatting,
3 left.
you're even if you're in the 1st flight, you want to start warming up probably 15 minutes before the rules briefing because you never know. You'd rather have more time than less time. You could be wanting to open with a squat of 600 and you're up to 405 and next thing you know the meet started and you're 3 out. Now you're in a world of hurt. So you always want to allot yourself some more time.
Always start before the rules briefing. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Then if you're, say you're in flight 2 of squats in the beginning, then you probably want to wait till they start their first squat and then start warming up. That'll give, and normally they don't do 4th attempts half the time anymore, so they're going to have 3 attempts. In any meet you go to, they move quick. And sometimes you're in the warm-up room, you're warming up with 3 other people, and you got to load, unload weights, and do your thing. So you always want to give yourself more and more time. And then same for bench. Usually in between squat and bench, they usually take a 15-minute break so they can get the monolift out of the way and get the bench press out there. So you really got to have, what you need to have is a handler, and they need to tell you how fast things are moving so you can focus on your warm-ups and your handlers running around checking the flight list, seeing where they're at. I have Larry Bush come back and say they're on 2nd attempts, of whatever flight they're in. That means I need to be in my bench press. I need to be about 600 at that point, and because I got to put a shirt on. I got like three or 4 shirt attempts I want to do, and then I want to sit down and actually breathe a minute before I start. So always allow yourself a little extra time when you're going to do a meet, and because some run faster than others, some run slower than others. But
it's always better to have more time than not enough. Like I always show up to the meet early, and I always start warming up well before the rules briefing. I try to make sure that I'm one of the first people there so I can get a rack. I mean, like I got there this weekend, and like how early did we get there? Probably like in 45 minutes
right.
to an hour early. And I snagged that squat rack and started warming up right away. And then you can kind of watch what's going on, engage whether you need to speed up your warm-ups or whether you can kind of take your time. Like if I'm in flight B and I finished squat, I would want to start my warm-up when they started. I would start kind of doing my mobility work as soon as the first flight started, and then I would be doing my warm-up while that first flight was going, and then by the time flight B starts, then I'm ready to compete. And then I do the same thing during bench with deadlift. After I compete bench, I mean, it depends how many flights there are, but you just want to make sure you give yourself as much time as possible. It's better to have too much time and have to slow down than realize that you still had 3 or 4 more sets you wanted to do and you only have time to do 1 more. So just give yourself lots of time would be my advice on that. And then if you wrap your knees for squat, that's a whole nother timing thing that you got to figure out. I don't know if you're in knee sleeves or if you're in wraps, but if you're in wraps, that's a really important one to figure out too, because you don't want to be in your wraps for too long, but you don't want to have them ready, platform ready, and you're still wrapping your knees. So for that, I usually start 2 lifters out, like 2 lifters before I'm up, and then I have 1 knee wrap by the time the first one gets done. Then I wrap the second knee while the second one's getting done, and then it's my turn. And that I've found to be the best timing for wrapping. So I don't know if you're wrapping, but that's really important on the squat, is figuring out your timing for your wrapping. So
one time I was at the Arnold in 2004, and I don't know what happened with time. I had just done 500 raw. I'm opening with 821, and I'm 4 out. What do you do? So I went out and did 821 after doing a 500 raw, and I didn't even have my shirt on. So sometimes shit happens, but you can pass lifts if you have to, and yeah, anything can happen at a meet. Sometimes it doesn't go your way time-wise, so it's you can't predict it.
My warm-up, like I said, for deadlift this time, I messed up my I didn't have quite enough time.
Shit happens.
And I ended up having to cut my warm-up early because I was going to go take one more. I had 2 more that I wanted to do, but I was going to do
well, too bad.
1 more, and
that's what happened.
Didn't have time for it.
All right, next question. That was a long time on one question.
It's an important question.
It is, but we're all over the place. We're not reading phones. We're reading.
Well, I'm hearing that Francisco's on somewhere. I haven't.
Read the questions in line, please. We just did CJ's.
Roger Brome. Knock it off with your dirty looks. God. Roger Brome. It is a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Talking about the prison job.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It is a dirty job, and yes, somebody does have to do it. I hear you. CJ Morgani at T Pressifer. Glad to hear the new job is going well. Yes, we are glad to hear that your new job is going well. Francisco Rodriguez. Heard like 6 or 7 excuses in this video already.
What video?
What's he talking about?
Don't know. What is that, a clown face?
Yeah,
or a cat? Well, Francisco, he doesn't like shirts or something because he sucks at benching or something. All right, Glenn.
He must. He seems like super insecure.
Glenn Yocklin.
Okay. Glenn Yocklin. Ryan, it will come. Like you said, these shirts are totally different than you have used for like 20 years. You will dial it in, then look out 1200.
I agree with you, Glenn. You're absolutely right.
Let's see. Glenn. Ashley, great lifting. Congrats. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tiny Meeker.
Tiny.
Hey, Tiny. Benchmonster TV time. Want to wish everyone a strong, powerful, safe weekend. Thank you, Tiny. Hello, Ryan and Ashley and everyone in Benchmonster TV world. Yes, the Texas Power Bar is awesome.
Yeah, thanks to Tiny. He actually called them and got Mitch to call me. So thank you, Tiny. I didn't get a call from Mitch. I left him a message. He never returned my call. But when Mitch called, he said, I got your number from Tiny. And that's what started it. And I ordered a bench bar. Thank you, Tiny.
Let's see. CJ Morgani. Don't be too hard on yourself, Ryan. All of us know you'll figure it out. We all have bad days.
I'm hungry, man. I definitely want to figure it out. Because I know once I find that sweet groove, and my understanding is, if the sleeve is how you adjust the tightness of the shirt, and that dictates, whether a bar is easier to touch or harder to touch. Assuming this, from what I'm gathering, sleeve up, makes it a little easier to touch, and you start pulling that sleeve down. That's what Shauna told me. So, and I like to think that I can adjust my lifts, maybe get 3 lifts out of a shirt, sleeve up, sleeve in the 2 inches from the elbow, sleeve at the elbow. So that's kind of my mindset, but we'll see how things go. Howard
Weingarten. I forgot to send you my last week's 780 new PR.
You sure did.
In the same shirt, and I found the elbows had to come in a bit, and it worked well.
Can you send that to me, Howard? You got my email, I hope?
Very cool.
Always love watching videos of you guys lifting, and I'll throw them on the show, man, if you want them on the show. That's why I, post my email here for everybody.
You ready?
Yeah.
One rep Mex. Carrie is probably friends with Francisco. That's exactly what I was thinking. Carrie is probably friends with Francisco Kid from last week. Yeah, and from this week too. He was chiming in a little bit.
Well,
I was thinking that they should date each other. They're perfect. Both,
I feel sorry for
petty, insecure haters. They go good together. Let's see here. I agree, one rep max. That's exactly the thought that I had. Is that Francisco's girlfriend? Okay, let's see here. Howard Weingarten, and real great job, Ashley. Thank you, Howard. Appreciate it. El Truco. Is it El Truco or El Truso? El Truco, probably, right? Or El Truco? El Truco?
do your best.
Feel free to correct me if I'm messing that up. El Truco. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, Hoff also said that he never does 10 by 10s.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting. And then CJ Morgani was answering three
lifts, yeah.
lifts, so it was. So hopefully that we gave you that long answer. Hopefully some of that can help you out a little bit as far as timing. CJ Morgani, I have some experience with Olympic lifting meets. I think I'm mostly stressed about being able to rewrap my knee wraps and such.
Yeah.
So you do wraps. Yeah, I will be honest. That is the tricky part. That's the part that stresses me out a little bit because, I'm always worried that I'm gonna, have you ever had where you wrap your knees and you get both of them wrapped and that second one falls out of your hand or something, or you can't get it?
Another thing too, CJ, is knee wrapping. Hopefully you have a teammate that can do that for you too. It's really exerting to do it yourself. I like to conserve every amount of energy that I can. So I would have somebody wrap my knees, unless you like to do it yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to depend on somebody else. I like to, I don't know. I mean, it does save a lot of energy. I don't know. I guess it's personal preference. If you have somebody that trains with you all the time, that can be there practicing it, wrapping for you and training, and then be there at the meet and do it, then yeah, it does save a lot of exertion. But if you don't have anybody that's always there with you during training to kind of practice it during training, then I don't know if you want to whip it out and have somebody that doesn't usually wrap you. But again, personal preference, what you like, what you feel comfortable with.
I'm just happy he's going to do free lift meet. That's cool.
Yeah,
good,
me too.
Good for you, CJ. Get out there and make it happen, man.
Full power is the best, definitely.
Now bench only is the best, but
I like full power because I don't like going. that's what I like. I don't like just going there for one lift. I like doing all of it. So yeah, the wrapping is the tricky part. But like I said, my advice is to start wrapping 2 lifters ahead and kind of start on that first one as the first person is like when they get to the bar. Start wrapping that first one.
Because when the bar is loaded, how much time do you have?
Technically a minute.
Minute.
Depends how strictly they go by that, but you technically have a minute. So if you can time it to where you're finishing up that last wrap as they're saying platform ready, and usually if you start 2 lifters before your turn.
CJ, what federation are you going to compete in at a 3-lift competition? That's what I'm curious, like what federation you're picking. It's all right if it's USPA. I mean, it's a good place to get your feet wet. Rules are very strict, but
they are.
I'm just happy to see you get out there. I don't care what federation you do. I'm just happy to see you get out there and exert yourself and kick some ass and have fun while doing it, man. Dead air.
Where we at?
Well, we just read CJ's thing, so you're on Mr. Elite Entertainment now.
I've always been a close bencher, middle finger on smooth, and have done 4 plates like this before. Usually my triceps are taxed after. Is close grip enough, or is additional tricep worth doing after?
Additional. So what he's doing close grip, so he's doing close grip as an assistant movement, or that's your main movement? Or I like to do 2 types of extensions, palms facing and then a barbell of some sort. And all different angles, all different size barbells, fat grips, Duffalo bar. I mean, some with kettlebells on it. I mean, we try to get creative and make it fun and make it hard. And so that's why I put a lot of band tension on things and chains and use awkward bars like that bar that's 88 pounds in the gym that Jimmy Cole does 900 with. I mean, yeah, I get creative and make things awkward and hard. Because when I want my guys to sit down to a tricep movement, I want their brain to have to switch a gear. Like it's a different bar, it's moving, it's got bands, it's got chains, it's got kettlebells on it. I just try to make it hard and awkward. So that's my training philosophy. So yeah, do extra tricep work. Triceps are 75% of your bench press, 75% of your bench press. So that's why we always try to hit them multiple angles and always finish with push downs before you walk out the door. Especially if you do pec work at the end or some side delts or shoulders before you walk out of that gym. Do a couple sets till failure on push downs with various handles, bands, whatever, and just make sure. I mean, they can never be trained hard enough. I remember Louis said back in the day, those guys, would come in and do their max effort movement bench press in the morning and come back at night and do more assistance work, and the next day do more tricep work. And I used to have that same philosophy, but as we get closer to a meet, I kind of back off of that and really let the body heal up, because we don't train optimally a lot around here. We kind of overtrain. We don't never undertrain, but we push pretty hard. And the reason I know we overtrain is because when my guys like Ryan Hines are doing the same exercises and same volume that I am, and when he comes in and he's broke down and I'm broke down, I mean, it just goes to show that we're just pushing the envelope too hard in certain areas. So, but that's my mentality: harder and harder, more and more. I mean, Louis says when you get older, you got to do more work. So, what do you got?
Well, I can't see very well. T Pressifer. Francisco is probably a 135 for 3 bencher.
That's pretty good.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of sounds like one of those guys that's...
Yeah, he's bitter about the bench.
Pretty insecure.
When you're bitter about shirts and stuff, that means your bench sucks.
It usually means you're not very strong.
It's easy to figure out.
Usually generally
not everybody's made to bench,
strong.
It sucks,
it's
but
okay.
It's genetics. Don't blame
okay,
the shirts.
Francisco.
Don't blame us. Blame your parents.
It's okay. It's all right, little buddy.
Your parents made you. That's why you're not good at what you do.
It's cool. Just go out there and do your best. You don't gotta hate on other people.
Yeah.
Just go out there and become the best version of yourself that you can be. Don't pull down other people and be a hater. Come on, man. Put down the haterade.
BH has a good
get
question.
Stronger. Hey, Ryan, what does your training look like on a weekly basis?
Pretty simple. Monday is we do traps, forearms, and sled pulling, some cardio now. We're doing some more cardio movement, treadmill, elliptical. Tuesday's max effort bench. Wednesday is extra tricep workout and biceps. Thursday's legs, usually squat, and tonight we squatted.
He did squat tonight.
Next week we're gonna do some pulling. We'll do some deadlifting and train the lower body a little bit. Friday's speed bench. Saturday is just a bodybuilder back training session. Just a lot of reps and sets. Train the back. Sunday is off, so 6 days a week in there. I know that not many people do it like that, but I don't know. I just enjoy going to the gym. So I like walking in there. It's my happy place. Until little bozos walk in and want to fight me. But that's just a one-time thing. CJ
Morgani. Looks like RPS. It's like 20 minutes from my house. Coach wants to keep it simple first.
There you go. I've never done an RPS meet, but I heard good things.
Oh, RPS. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Federation. What does that stand for?
I should know, but I don't. But I've heard the RPS
Society.
Is that Rich Lax Federation? RPS? I don't know.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, get out there and do it, man. Geared, raw, whatever you're gonna do, man.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Did it say when it was?
I don't know. Doesn't say.
When is this meet, Mr. CJ?
Are you doing geared, raw?
Curiosity.
What are those words now?
We know
Classic,
he's using wrap, so he's at least doing classic raw.
I'm too confused. What's the other one where you don't have wraps? What's that? Is that raw?
So raw is sleeves, and classic raw because it's classic. Because classically, like always, that's been considered raw.
Yeah. There's so many.
Classic raw is with knee wraps.
And then geared and multi-geared, or
yeah,
I don't know how it works. Okay.
Those.
One wrap.
September 11th. Okay.
Ooh, 9/11.
Raw with wrap. So he's doing classic raw.
All right, CJ, we're gonna be rooting for you, and
that's
hope
coming
you do the
right
best.
up. Awesome. That's great. And it sounds like you have a coach that's doing your
That's
programming,
good.
So that's good.
You have a plan, you have an attack, you'll have victory.
Kill it.
If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. One rep max.
One rep max. Yeah, the timing with the wraps is the worst, depending on how stiff of a wrap you got. But yeah, bench only is the way to go. Ha ha ha. Easier to focus on, and you get to sleep in.
Yeah, you don't.
That's
get
the
up
only
early.
part I like is that you do get to sleep in.
Yeah, because benching usually starts at
That part
11
is
or
nice.
noon or 1. So
When you do full power, you have to get there early.
Yeah, I don't like
this
that.
meet was nice. It didn't start till 10.
yeah,
But other meets that I've done a lot of times are 9 o'clock, and that's just too early.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I make sure that I try to be one of the first
I'm not a morning
people
person.
there, so that I can get my squat rack. So we end up showing up before 8 o'clock.
yeah. That means I have to show up too.
Yeah, that does mean.
Fuck that. Yeah, I'm not a morning person.
No, I'm not. I'm not either. But I
Hey.
mean, I gotta get up and get my squat rack, man.
Okay, so what's the plan next week?
Howard Weingarten. I think we all but Francisco can say the gym is all of our happy places.
Yeah, well.
Yep. I would say on here we can probably all agree that for all of us the gym is our happy place.
Well,
where we
Francisco's
go.
probably a desperate human being,
But,
you know.
but for Francisco, when you go in and see how
Nancy,
weak you are.
What's her name? Nancy? Carrie.
Carrie.
Who's your friend on here?
Carrie.
Carrie. Yeah.
Who is that somebody that we know?
Not a
Like, I'm
clue.
trying
We
to-
get new people on here all the
I don't
time that post
know.
under fake names, and
I
you
was so
it's fun to play
disappointed
along.
that our only female, like, we don't get females on here very often.
maybe it was a-
It's, dominated by males.
Well-
Most of the comments and most.
we
of the
know
people
who the
watching,
Benchmonster
and
TV family is, and
I saw a female.
they're not family.
Saw a female name, and I'm like, oh yay, we got a female watching. And then I read it and was like, okay, really?
Well-
Like, how petty, like.
It happens. Hey,
Pretty petty, but whatever.
hopefully, as the weeks come, we will have better bench shirt videos for you to showcase.
My
And
meets, so Mary's saying my meets I put on will never be before 10 a.m.,
yeah, that's
guys.
nice.
And we appreciate that, Mary. Thank you. I think 10 o'clock's the perfect
Yeah,
time.
that's better than 8.
It doesn't need to be 9. I mean, it doesn't. I think 10 o'clock is perfect. Landon Beck, do you think training legs while in a bench program is necessary or complementary to bench upper body development? Have read a lot of differing opinions and scientific studies on the matter.
I train squats up until usually 5 weeks out. Then I just go to leg press and extensions, and then usually 3 weeks out, I don't do legs at all. Because it's all upper body, and there's no reason for me to really train legs. And plus, it's a day away from the gym on a Thursday, which I can go to bed early and work on recovery. Because normally the 3 weeks before a meet, the training's been quite severe in the weeks 5, 4, 3, 2, and so I'm looking to do a delayed transformation phase into the contest. So no, legs play an intricate part in the bench press because you need to have leg drive. I mean, I know benchers that don't train their legs, but and still have a great bench. But I just prefer to train them one way or another. But I don't put a bar on my back, 6 weeks out, and I don't mind doing the leg press, just getting some blood in there and keeping them stimulated. So, but yeah, I think more than likely, back in the day, 4 or 5 weeks out, I'm really working on my arch, working on contorting and loosening my lower back. So I don't want to do anything that's gonna tighten it up per se. And but now these days I can't bend anymore, so I just do the best I can with my lower back. Showbit just tuned in. What's up, Benchmonster family? Hope everybody is doing it. We're doing great, Showbit. Good to have you, man.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for
Always
joining
good
us
to
on the
have you
show.
here.
I don't think I've seen Showbit's name on here in a
Hope you're
while.
having a good week.
Have we seen him?
Wasn't he here last week?
I don't know.
I don't know. He turns in pretty consistently,
Right.
which we appreciate. It's always nice to have you.
We are going to keep you guys posted on the Kennelly Classic, and they're talking, there's been some money values thrown around. I'm not going to give any numbers out until somebody lays a briefcase of money in front of me and says, here's the money for the meet. So, but we are definitely planning a meet, and I'm not asking, anybody to come out and do it. I just, it's cool to have it. I mean, we kind of live in Nowheresville, Washington here. This isn't a thriving metropolis. I mean, we have a nuclear reactor out here. That's about it. But if we have a meet here and we get some people to come up and do it, it'd be fun. It's all about fun, and it's all about giving back, and hopefully we can get some sponsorship money. And we talked about it over the weekend, and we get some cool. I know Rob Farrell's got some cool trophies for his show coming up. Like he's got those Too Short gold chains, the big gold ropes.
Oh, really?
Oh, they look pretty cool in the WWE style UFC belts.
I always wanted to win one.
I've never got a belt. I want a belt.
You haven't?
No, everybody gets the
I
belts.
thought you did.
No, I got trophies and
I know,
dog
you
tags.
got some of the coolest
and
trophies I've ever seen in my life.
Medallions or whatever. But I want a belt. Mary's gonna make those.
That would be cool.
those
I've always wanted a
rapper chains.
That would be
man.
really cool, Mary.
I'll wear that to
Oh,
Costco
that
and
too.
let people stare at me even more when I have that thing on.
Rock that.
Yeah. All right.
Landon Beck. Did you train legs during your Road to the Arnold program? I'm referring to the DVD or documentary that was put out a while back.
Like I said, I only squat like three or 400 pounds. At that point, I'm not really concerned. But when we started filming that, and that was like 4 months out actually, just leg press, man. That's all I did. I didn't I think 315 on my back for a while, but 6 weeks out, it's leg press, and then 3 weeks out, it's no legs. So that's kind of how I do it.
Sorry.
One more question.
Yep. Landon Beck again. Also, do you remember what your weekly training split looked like during that time? If it was different or not?
It was different. We benched on Sundays back when we were doing the Road to the Arnold show. And so Saturday was off. I believe, I still think Thursday was legs. Light bench was on Wednesday. No, Monday. Actually, it was weird. Now I'm thinking Monday was legs. Tuesday was either biceps or bench. I think bench was Wednesday. And when I came in and bench back then, I would actually quit speed benching 4 weeks out, and I would just do dumbbells and push downs because back then, I was going over a grand for multiple reps and sets, on the weekend, and I knew I only had 2 weeks in a row to do that type of heavy weight, and I knew the third week I'd fall flat on my face, so the third week I would deload. But I think Friday and Saturday I took off, and then Sunday I was fresh as a daisy to bench because all I cared about back then was my bench, on Sundays, and shit, they're filming a movie called Road to the Arnold, and I'm going to the Arnold, and I kind of got to win the Arnold. Otherwise, the DVD wouldn't have been so cool if I took second place. And Sean Lattimore damn near had me at that meet. He did 900 pounds that day in a Inzer canvas purple shirt, and I almost lost that meet, and that would have been not good. Road to the Arnold, I take second, but thank God I won with an 8:48 or whatever I did. So.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys would have done with the movie if you went out.
It's still, I don't know. It would have been, we would have canned it and had to wait till the next year.
Say you can.
Yeah. All right. Now, one more question. We got to roll.
We get another one popping.
Showbit.
I tune every week. I tune in every week. Sometimes don't post questions.
Oh, there you go.
But I make sure to tune in every week. Cannot afford to miss this informative podcast. Thank you. We appreciate that. We're glad that you find it helpful and informative and tune in each week. That's awesome. One Rep Max, once again, thank you guys. See you next week.
Absolutely.
Boss being a Richard again. You know how it is. Haha, be safe. Oh, that darn boss, man. Doesn't he know you got priorities?
Yeah. You're listening to the Benchmonster. Tell him who I am. Show him the bloody eyeball pick.
We're just glad you're able to tune in as much as you are.
Yeah.
So thank you for
prioritizing. Hey, we appreciate everybody showing up.
Yes,
CJ, One Rep, Howard, all the people.
There's a lot of names that we see here every week, and we appreciate you guys very much.
Dan Logman just chimed in.
And
says
Dan
Forrest
Logman,
is a beast. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. He is. Good to see you, Dan. We also appreciate you tuning in each week. So thank you guys for spending your Thursday nights with us.
Kind of short and sweet.
All this time. We appreciate it.
We got to get a guest pretty soon
Still
again.
an hour and a half.
A guest? Thinking? Guest?
Who's our next guest?
I don't know. We got to start thinking about it. Because they don't want to see us all the time. We get old.
A little bit.
Yeah, and they don't want to see us. They want to have a guest on here. So, well, we got the big meet coming up this weekend. The Tony Carlino and Mendelson, and
that's right. Is that this Saturday?
I think it's Pharrell's meet or it's a Metal Militia meet. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I think it's
cool.
This weekend, right? Is that what I hear?
I'm not sure. I knew it was like
everybody's getting ready for it. Mendelson's ready. Tony Carlino looks ready, so it should be a good show. Hope to have some footage from that, and yeah. I hope everybody does well. I'm rooting for everybody, and it's going to be a battle. Tony's a beast, and Scott's a beast, and whoever else is there it's going to be a big show, and somebody's going to do some great things. And I'm rooting for everybody. I root for Scott because he's on the West Coast and he's an OG.
Is he competing?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah. I want him to do well too, and. Scott, don't drop the weight on you. Hold on to the damn bar.
Hold on to the weight.
Don't let that thing fall out of your hands, man. That's not funny.
Come on.
I know you're a Terminator and you have internal organs of steel and titanium, but yeah, be careful out there.
Mary Askew, I'm glad I got to relax and watch it uninterrupted while in Utah. Yes, I'm so glad that you were able to watch it uninterrupted also, and we wish you the best of luck at your meet. I was posting a good luck Instagram post earlier, and I just realized when I read your comment that I forgot I didn't hit post. Remember, I started that. I never finished it. So I'm posting you a good luck with a picture of us. But anyway, good luck to Mary this weekend. I hope you kill it. I can't wait to hear how it goes. I want to hear all about it. I want to see videos. I'll be thinking about you and rooting for you.
You'll do well.
Kick some ass. We're proud of you, and we can't wait to hear how it goes. Let's see here. Evan Monster. Get Tank Abbott on the show. Oh, he would love that.
I would love to have Tank Abbott on the show.
He loves Tank. Our cat's name is Tank. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
Tank is my idol.
Yes.
He benched 625 back in 2000 and
Raw, right?
no, 1995. Yeah, Raw. And this guy was like man, that's who I wanted to be like. And he's living in Arizona now. You know, survived some type of foreign worm in his colon that was killing him, and liver and kidney transplant. So the guy's lucky to be alive. But yeah, getting in contact with him and making that happen, I don't know. He's I know some of his.
He's not as big anymore. You might be able to.
He's still big. Tank's a legend, and
He is, but he's probably not as in.
He's anti-steroid. You know, he's all hardcore. He's all natural, and he's.
Really?
Yep.
Do you believe that?
I believe it. Yeah, I think Tank Abbott. You know, mentioned 600. The guy drank every day, like vodka and cranberry. I think if Tank actually, we had a discussion. Somebody sent me an email with some of his videos, and I honestly believe, you know, if Tank. The way he lived his life, I think if he would have put the drinking down, I think Tank would have been closer to the 700-pound raw mark. I mean, I tried to be like him and drink only on the weekends, and my bench suffered. Alcohol dehydrates, depletes, destroys. I mean, I had a 512 competition bench press, quit drinking. 2 months later, I had a 556 bench press. So, I mean, it goes to show. I mean, if he could have put the liquor down for a while, I think he would have gone further. But that would be cool to get him on the show. I don't know how to get in contact with him. His manager, Dave Thomas, I don't think is his manager anymore. Some of his training buddies are on, I'm friends with on Facebook. They might be able to put me in contact with him. Or we just fly down to his house and see if we can go visit him, do a live shot there. I like that. I got a lot of questions to ask that man. But I see Bill Gillespie and Dave Tater. And yeah, Gillespie definitely wants to be on the show. I don't. Maybe he's competing this weekend though. I don't know. He might be competing, so we'll wait till after this weekend, and I'll reach out to Bill. Bill's offered to come on here, and I told him there's a spot. I just need to get a hold of him. So
yeah, we can. I think we can get both of them.
Get Hines
and
on.
Hines.
Yeah, he's got a computer.
Yeah, why do we not have Hines on?
We could get Hines on the show and ask him some questions. Ask him where he's going, what his plans are, what he thinks about training with the crew.
Contact Hannibal.
I don't know how to get to. How do you contact Hannibal? I mean, I got his YouTube channel. Does he have does he actually have a web page or something? Because the only way I was thinking about getting hold of him was contacting one of his training partners. Scott Ferrozzo. I'm friends with Scott Ferrozzo. I talked to him. I'm sure he's can put me in connect with Tank. You know, so. He doesn't talk to him that much anymore, but I asked Scott on Facebook a couple months back. He said he talks to him rarely. Those guys had a good battle, you know, UFC 10. That was a good fight. So, yeah, believe me, if I could get Tank on here, I'd have him on, and I'd just let him go. And he's very to the point and very well spoken. He's got a degree in I think in he could be a teacher. So I don't know if that's a history.
Really?
Bachelor in history, yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's got a college degree. He's a smart dude. Oh. Just I don't know if he just wasn't. He moved out of Huntington Beach because I don't know. To me, it was like people were bothering him too much. He's such a legend, so I think he moved somewhere where he can live peacefully and quiet and not be bothered and live his life. Yeah. So, but he's an idol of mine, and my idols don't seem to live very long when I have them. So I need to probably figure out how to make that happen. I don't know if this is the fit show for him. I don't know. We're not too much UFC related on here. We are bench press though, and Tank is bench press, and he's one of the guys that inspired me to do a 600 raw.
Telling him that.
Yeah, but I want
you'd be asking him questions about.
Well,
you'd ask him questions that were UFC related.
Yeah, I got questions. I want to know where the
Don Fry and
Don Fry. Yeah, that was a good fight too. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll work on contacting Hannibal. I know Billy Jack Haynes has Hannibal's contact information.
We never put that on, did we?
No, I got an interview with Billy Jack. I still haven't posted. There's a lot of editing that needs to be involved with that because what's holding me back from getting that up is I asked, Billy Jack a question and he would not answer correctly. So by doing so, I figured, okay, I'll go back and I'll change the question to match the answer. So that's you know, Billy's had a lot of, you know, head trauma in his life in professional wrestling, and you know, and it's wear and tear on the body and the brain, you know, in the WWE lifestyle. But we had a good hour and a half interview that I will post. I haven't posted it yet, and I need to get off my ass and
good stuff
edit it down. And yeah, that was a real enjoyable thing to do. But I have ways to get hold of people. So, all right, everybody.
And then there was just one from Evan Monster that said, "That was me. I sent the tank video to you."
Yeah. We talked about that. Yeah. Oh, that was okay, Evan Monster. Yeah, you're the guy. Yeah. Some of that old school footage of Tank doing what was he doing? 505 for 550, and 600. That was back in, I think, 1989. Because if you turn up the volume, you can hear one of the songs playing in the background, and it was Depeche Mode, and that was big in 1989 because I was in the gym and I remember hearing that song.
Really?
Yeah, because I turned it up like, what era is this? This is like, yeah, maybe 80, 89. So bad son of a bitch. You know, Tank Abbott still has one of the most impressive strength movements that I to this day can't do, and that is hammer curling 150 dumbbells, and he rocks them up to here like this. Oh. He's wearing straps. And I don't give a fuck a swing or not. I mean, he's not like kicking them back and doing this. He's from a standing thing. He's fucking jacking them up here. That is something. I've done 120s for one, and it's, I don't know, 150s. And I have that video. It's on YouTube, and I'll post it on here. But that's an impressive strength movement. You got that type of strength in the arms, yeah. And he upright rows, 375 and benches 600. You get hit by a man like that, you're gonna know. And he Don Fry says he kicks like a mule. So, yeah. And he has no respect for anybody, Tank. I love that. Yeah.
I don't respect anybody.
Yeah, I love UFC 6 when he kind of made fun of the Samoan and Paul Varlan's. Oh, Paul Varlan's passed away due to COVID not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
COVID? Oh.
COVID, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, Paul. Scary shit out there. Well, everybody, I'm gonna ramble. So we'll shut this thing down. We'll come back next week with new surprises and new fantacular things to say, and we will make it happen again, and hopefully have some better training footage and better speed bench videos. And Ashley will have some videos, and you guys will send me some videos too. You know, I always ask for you guys to send me stuff. One Rep Mex sends me stuff. Randy Robinson sends me videos. Sometimes I don't get the names correct. I post them and they're other people, but I do the best I can. And I put them on the show, man. You guys out there lift weights, and I want to showcase what you do. We're family, man. And I want everybody to get the exposure, because everybody's important. Doesn't matter whether you're benching 135 or 1,035. It's important and it's newsworthy, and we're going to showcase it on this show.
Definitely.
That being said, the Bench Monster, Ryan Kennelly, signing off.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us.